Alright, the objective for this lesson is 4.5. I can solve multiplication and division equations. And the goal is the same as last time. Our goal whenever we're solving equations is to get the variable by itself. And we want to talk about the inverse operations again. So the inverse or opposite of multiplication is division. The inverse of division is multiplication. And then we'll do some examples. So for the first one, let's do 3 times x equals 15. Remember, our goal is to get the x by itself. We'll do the line down the equal sign. Whatever I do on the left side, I have to do on the right side. So the opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I have 1x. 5 divided by 3 is 5, so I have x equals 5. I should check my work. I'll plug 5 back in for x, so 3 times 5. Does that equal 15? It does, so we did it correctly. For the next one, let's do negative 4 times y equals negative 24. I'll draw my line down the equal sign. And then the opposite of multiplying by negative 4 is dividing by negative 4. Need to show it on both sides of the equation. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is 1, so I have 1y equals negative 24 divided by negative 4 is positive 6. Then I'll plug 6 back in for y, so I have negative 4 times 6. Does that equal negative 24? Negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 6 is 24. So it does. So we did that one correctly as well. Let's do some division equations. So for my first division equation, let's use q divided by 6 equals negative 3. I'll draw my line down the equal sign. The opposite of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. And then I can turn this 6 into a fraction, so I'll do 6 over 1. 6 goes in here one time and in here one time. So after I cross cancel, I have 1q equals negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Everything on the left side became 1 because 1 times q is q over 1 times 1 is 1, and I don't need to put over 1. And I'll check my work. Is negative 18 divided by 6 negative 3? A negative divided by a positive is a negative. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So we did it correctly. Okay, our last one is going to be, let's do m over negative 5 equals 7. And I'll draw my line down the equal sign. The opposite of dividing by 5, or dividing by negative 5 is multiplying by negative 5. And I'll turn that into a fraction, and I can cross cancel here and here, so I have 1m equals, if I multiply by negative 5 on this side, I need to multiply by negative 5 on this side. 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. Then I'll check my work. I'll plug negative 35 in for m. 35 divided by 5 is 7. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I did that one correctly. Let's do our story problem. Olivia has 5 times as many pairs of shoes as Natalie. If Olivia has 50 pairs of shoes, write and solve an equation to determine how many pairs of shoes Natalie has. So we have to divide our variable first. I'm going to do n for Natalie's shoes. That's what we're trying to find. And Olivia has 5 times as many shoes as Natalie, so I'm going to do 5 times n. I know that 5 times n is 50 because Olivia has 50 shoes. And then I'm going to draw my line down the equal sign. The opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. I have to do that on both sides of the equation. So I get 1n equals 10. So Natalie has 10 pairs of shoes.